as WrestleMania draws closer and closer, I really do feel that WWE really wants to try to pull the trigger onto Daniel Bryan. And for me personally, I am kind of mixed on the whole idea of pulling the trigger on Daniel Bryan. On the positive side, if Daniel Bryan does win the championship, the WWE proved me wrong. And a lot of people think I like to come on here and not to be proven wrong. I like being proven wrong. I really do. When I'm proven wrong, it shows the WWE is doing something outside of the box. It makes these shows more fun to review and makes me love professional wrestling, the unpredictability that anything can happen. It's not the same old corporate WWE bullshit. That's what makes me love watching professional wrestling at times, just to see them go outside of the box, grab some balls, and actually do something different. I always tell people, try something new every day, because you never know when it's going to be your last day. And I always love when WWE tries something new and tries something different. Just because Daniel Bryan may not be my favorite wrestler in the whole world does not mean I don't want to see him succeed. I would love to see Daniel Bryan succeed at WrestleMania because it would be something different. And also what I would think it would do would create a great WrestleMania moment in the PG era. When you think about it, throughout the time during the PG era, what is the great WrestleMania moment in the PG era? What is the great WrestleMania moment? I know some people are going to be like, maybe Cena and Batista winning the title. Well, that was still considered part of the Ruthless Aggression era. To me personally, the PG era does not have that many great moments. I mean, there's probably 3 great moments I could possibly name you in the PG era. Shawn Michaels and Ric Flair, where Ric Flair was like coming on like this, like telling Shawn to hit him, and Shawn just didn't want to freaking pull the trigger and hit him with the sweet chin music. And then later on, Flair is just asking for him to do it, and then Shawn says, "I'm sorry, I love you," and like he just mouths that and then just kicks him right then and there. And then later on, Ric Flair has this little celebration of retirement. Leave the memories alone, and I want you to change the way it is and how it used to be. You know, we got that song playing forever and ever in our heads. I'm pretty sure every wrestling song has that song stuck in their head, probably on their iPod. Listen to that song every once in a while because that song is probably stuck in all heads. And I'm sorry if I brought that song back into your memories. But that's one moment. The other moment I could think of in the PG era is when Shawn Michaels and WrestleMania 26 was crawling up The Undertaker like this, and Undertaker was telling him to stay down and stuff like that. And then Shawn just gets up and goes, boom! Bitch slaps The Undertaker. And then Undertaker looks at him and goes, and then lifts him up and jumps in the fucking air and tombstones in. And then 1, 2, 3, and then we get the proper Shawn Michaels send-off. He didn't get a theme song. Maybe Running Up That Hill. And running up that mountain, you and me. And then we got John Cena and The Rock staring down each other. Maybe John Cena and The Rock the first time. It's not really that big of a moment, but I consider it a WrestleMania moment because it's 2 icons in the professional wrestling business looking at each other. I know a lot of people are going to be like, Chase, how dare you call John Cena an icon? By WWE standards and all his accomplishments in the WWE, by statistics, he's considered an icon. Just like LeBron James is considered really good at basketball because of his accolades in the basketball world. John Cena's good in professional wrestling by statistic-wise. And, you know, we got voices in the air. I hear them loud and clear, telling me to listen. Whispers in my ear. Nothing can compare. I just want to listen. You know, we got that fucking song. I mean, hell, fucking WrestleMania when Daniel Bryan's all doing the yes movement. They doing the yes at the end when he has both belts. They just play the Kid Rock song. Celebrate, yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't even know how that fucking song goes. Or maybe Legacy. I don't know. But you get the idea. It would create probably the best moment in the PG era. Because like those 3 moments I just named, really, to be honest, let's look at it. It has legends and Shawn Michaels and Ric Flair, like old guys that don't even wrestle anymore. Undertaker and Shawn Michaels. Undertaker only shows up once a year nowadays, and Shawn Michaels is retired. John Cena, he finally got like a WrestleMania moment, but it's not even like in a match. It's just a stare down with The Rock. It's just a stare down. They just look at each other. So really, to be honest, it'd be great to have someone that's a current member of the roster have such a huge WrestleMania moment and stamp the PG era and saying, hey, you know what? The PG era, we went through some shit during this fucking era. We have gone through some fucking shit during this era. But by God, I loved the fact that Daniel Bryan won the titles at WrestleMania 30. And that's just the bottom line. That's part of me that wishes the WWE would do something like this just to create the WrestleMania moment, because we are lacking in some great WrestleMania moments at WrestleMania 30. But when I look at it and I think about it logically and very cynical, like most wrestling fans are on the internet, and I know a lot of people are probably going to think that this is just me trying to bring Daniel Bryan down, but it would go down if CM Punk was in this situation, or John Cena was in this situation, or Sheamus, or Mark Henry, or maybe even a Big Show. I don't know. Big Show I could possibly believe a little bit more with the situation, but I just can't see Daniel Bryan winning 2 matches. I feel it would ruin somewhat of his character and his luster. I feel it would make him like too much of a Superman. And not only that, he would be a guy to defeat Triple H, Batista, and Randy Orton in one night. Those 3 are 3 out of 4 members of Evolution. The same Evolution that dominated WWE from 2003 to 2005. These guys dominated the WWE as a power faction. One of the best factions in WWE history. Okay? So you're telling me Daniel Bryan can do in one night what the whole Monday Night Raw roster, with all the draft changes and everything, couldn't do in 2 years? I'm sorry, man. That's just hard for me to believe that the WWE wants to do that. I mean, how much sense would that make? Us fans come on here and we say, hey, look, WWE doesn't remember the history. Well, obviously, maybe we don't remember the history of Batista, Randy Orton, and Triple H in Evolution. Because that faction was dominant. That faction was powerful. And you're telling me we're going to have Daniel Bryan walk in there doing this, and then all of a sudden defeat the Game Ugg, Randy Orton, my boy Ugg, and Batista in one single night? I'm sorry. I can't believe that. And especially because when I was watching my good buddy Slag Daddy from OTR Central's WrestleMania review series, where he talked about Bret Hart didn't win both of his WrestleMania 10 matches. Yokozuna did not win both of his WrestleMania 10 matches. They only won one of their WrestleMania matches. And I say to myself, man, how are they going to get Daniel Bryan in this match? I mean, personally for me, I honestly say the WWE has to go all the way, but at the same time, the logic about the Daniel Bryan character being this underdog, you know, going through these trial tribulations. It's the thing about Daniel Bryan's character, what fuels him, what makes him so damn over, is the fact that he doesn't get the job done. That's what makes him a better underdog than John Cena. That's what makes him a better underdog than Rey Mysterio half the time, because let's fucking face it, Rey Mysterio, yes, he was the ultimate underdog, but that was more of his size than him losing a lot of matches. He didn't lose that much. Daniel Bryan, though, we know there's chink in the armor. He feels like an actual person. You know, Batista said it best on the SmackDown promo. We cheer for Daniel Bryan because he Daniel Bryan reminds us of if we were in the WWE. We would be like that. Hell, Daniel Bryan and I, we're like the same height. I believe he's like 5'9", I'm 5'9". And if I grew out a beard in my hair, maybe I'll get lucky and get a hot Latino bitch like Brie Bella. But the bottom line is this. I just can't see the WWE wanting to do this and have it where Daniel Bryan pretty much beats 3 of their top 5 stars in their opinion in the current era. That's what I think. I think the WWE at one point will definitely give Daniel Bryan the title, but I feel the WWE, they're looking at this as 2 options. They are saying, hey, let's give the fans what they want. Let's cash in now. Let's give Daniel Bryan the championship and see what he can do with the championship. I really think the WWE's thinking that, but at the same time, I also think the WWE's saying, how much longer could we push this Daniel Bryan storyline? Think about it. We could go months and months and months. That's what the WWE is thinking. That's what I think they're thinking. I hope they're thinking the first way, but at the same time, I think they're thinking this way because they say, ooh, there's more money out of this. Maybe more people will buy the network and want to see the pay-per-view, kind of like the Jeff Hardy syndrome. Remember when Jeff Hardy would get all these championship matches after match after match, and they didn't pull the trigger until Armageddon? They were thinking, oh, we could wait. We could do this. Oh, let's just give it time. Because remember, Jeff Hardy was chasing the belt in 2008 almost a whole year, minus the time he was gone for suspensions. Because Jeff Hardy, for fuck's sakes, was like, he went for the belt against Randy Orton one-on-one at the Royal Rumble. And then ever since then, everyone was like, we want Jeff as champion. We want Jeff as champion. And Jeff Hardy had to go through so damn much. And he was going match after match after match after match. And then finally, he got the championship at Armageddon. And then afterwards, Matt Hardy screwed him. Oh, God. That's... Hardy versus Hardy, that was terrible. But what I'm saying is the WWE could look at that and say, we could push this. We can keep on going with this as long as we want. The WWE can do whatever the hell they want. That's how the company is. And yes, you fans will be like, well, I'll be pissed off if the WWE does that. That's what they think is good heel heat. They think that's actual heel heat when you're pissed off at them. That's what they think. And really, to be honest here, I'm just saying, if someone in the comment section down below, and I know there's probably one subscriber of mine who I respect. I respect the subscriber. I'm not trying to be joking here. One subscriber of mine will definitely post a comment down below telling me how it will make sense for Daniel Bryan to defeat Evolution Ugg in the middle of that ring. Ugg. But the bottom line is, would I like to be proven wrong and see Daniel Bryan win the championship? Absolutely. Because it shows the WWE has some balls and they're trying to do something new. But at the same time, do I think it makes a whole lot of sense to make Daniel Bryan's ultimate underdog character look like a Superman like John Cena and have him defeat a faction like Evolution, one of the best factions in one night? And I know they're not under the Evolution name, but you gotta admit, it would be kind of fishy that Daniel Bryan would be able to defeat 3 Breakfast Club members that happen to be a part of a power heel faction back in the Ruthless Aggression era. That's just me. Anyways, guys, what do you guys think about this? Will WWE go all the way with Daniel Bryan? Are you kind of like me where you hope they go all the way, but at the same time you're kind of cynical that the WWE won't do it just because it's WWE and they do stupid shit? Comment down below your thoughts. If you guys like me, subscribe down below. Check me out on Twitter at ChaseOliver68. Look at my website, chillingwithchase.wordpress.com. All my videos are on there so you never miss a video from me. Hell, you'll never miss a video from me if you subscribe as well. Snapchat me at ChaseOliver68. Follow me on Instagram, Chase_C_Oliver. Anyways, guys, I am out of here. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you all next time. Peace!